Welcome to season 8 of the After the Whistle podcast. Charlie, 8 long years of this podcast, we still go at it. It's not easy, but we do them.
Every day, man.
Unfortunately, it's me, Smiley, doing the hosting for the first episode of the season because our host is country hopping somewhere in Amsterdam and Spain and Charlie.
In our current predicament of an economy.
He picked mine saying he wants to see some red lights in.
Mango red light digital. Right, I talk something I don't talk. Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, anyways, me Smiley doing the hosting for the first episode of the season, and I'm joined by Corey and Van Gelder. And for those who are listening on any of the podcast apps, we are actually recording video on this episode, so you can check out our YouTube page at After the Whistle podcast to watch the full video of
Why
this
you
episode.
do your face like you don't know what a YouTube page in name?
Oh,
If you After the Whistle podcast, full stop.
I'll be have to think. It'll be After the Whistle podcast on YouTube.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Every time
Charlie,
after the Whistle, you go find some other one. If you add the podcast, even though add the podcast, no find.
yeah, because after the whistles, there are plenty. I know like them plenty. Then get some for hockey, then get some for NFL, then just plenty.
I think everything has a whistle, man. Like a lot of sports start and end in whistles. So
yeah, so maybe maybe there might be a name change somewhere down the line.
These cool Cowboys, man.
Charlie, guys, what's up?
Bro, it's Monday. Black Stars lost yesterday.
Brother.
I don't know exactly how I'm feeling.
Joe, to be very honest, Joe, I think that was probably the worst thing about yesterday. Like everybody was just like, you know what? You know when it was 1-1 and there was momentum, right? Everybody was just like, you know what? You know, everybody had that.
Even if we draw stuff, you know, bad like that.
You could feel that patriotic thing coming back. You're just like, oh man, if we could get a goal here, it would be fantastic. You know, you start the week, you know, Black Stars won. Bro, the manner in which we conceded, and I was just sitting there, I was just like, so it's a goal. And I was just like, dude, tomorrow is Monday. Bro, like everything just dawned on me. I was just like, bro,
it just hits you suddenly.
It was just crap, man. Just deflating, but
me,
we are.
I know the patriotism.
Talk about it.
Everybody vexed, say they no go watch the game. Then the Black Stars.
Bro,
I told you last week. Is that damned national anthem, especially if you catch that and help us to. If it that plays not that exact line, Philip Bellomi, then you get beef.
Bro,
Philip Bellomi, then you get beef because that line. If people hear that thing, they say, you know what?
Actually, they love the country small. They love the country small.
No matter how bad, low key, I could feel it. I could feel it, but no, man, it was. As I said, here we are.
Men will disgrace you. Men will disgrace you.
Why did they? I have problem with that one.
Have they not disgraced
no, talk say Black Stars would disgrace you. I know this
Black Queens know they disgrace you. Then they win 8-0, 4-1, 3-1, 4-2, then 10.
Well.
Look, they even set up.
Big ups women's soccer though. Oh yeah.
They know they pay them too. They know they get them a bonus. Like 4 years, some of them don't get them a bonus and things. But we
Ghana, you know how the cookie crumbles, man.
Charlie, let's just jump right into it because there's a lot to talk about. So before we go to what the Black Stars did to us yesterday, let's start with just a quick recap of the results from the first match week. It's not over yet, but so far we've seen Ivory Coast beat Guinea-Bissau 2-0. We've seen Nigeria draw 1-1 with Equatorial Guinea, which is also
twins.
Hideous twins. If we fool them for fool, like I don't know what is wrong with the two of us, but yeah. Egypt drew surprisingly with Mozambique 2-2. Today, which is Monday that we are recording, Senegal beat Gambia 3-0. Cameroon drew 1-1 with Guinea. And then finally we come to our homeland, who lost 2-1 to Cape Verde.
How do we lose to Cape Verde? Okay, well, we lost to Comoros, so you know what?
Can't talk say like you talk like
we will be some shocking something.
Me now, Akai in the middle there where I say, you know what? Separate, I'm sorry.
Ghana be loose right now. Everybody they can pass through. Do what they like and you Jimmy.
So let me start with Evangelda because be like you get plates in stock. How do you feel after yesterday? Like, what do you make of the match? How we played?
You know that clip where the guy says that they in Poppy they shout, "Ayomide rise." That was me when we were like 1-1, 83rd minute. Like, come on, Black Stars, you can do this. Come on. I don't know why I said come on, Black Stars. Also, wait, Jimmy, they will not do anything. Like, honestly, it was so disappointing. I think this is actually the best game we've played under Chris Hughton. And to leave with 0 points, it's quite disheartening, to be very honest. Like, Jiku doesn't deserve to go home with 0 points. My boy do the thing all finish. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that we can't, like, I don't know how many of you watched the Mozambique game. When they went 1-0 down, you could clearly see that this is a very well-coached, well-drilled side. They were playing their game, patterns of play. They were causing trouble to Egypt. So it wasn't a shock when they equalized and even managed to go ahead. We were playing well, at least. They say we'll be second half team. So first half, boom, cool vibes. Second half team, we started to play well. We give chances, then things. Then all of a sudden, we equalize, and then it's like, we don't know what to do from this position. It's like we've written it somewhere that if we score one goal, we finish for the game with that. So something like 2-3, no, he planted too much. And from like let's say like the 75th minute going, looking at the subs and the way the team was being structured, it felt like the coach was going for a draw. Like, come on, this is Ghana. Of all the blasting them blast you people, the least you could have done was draw yesterday. I mean, wouldn't have been good enough anyway to draw. But a draw is better than 0 points. Right now, we did last. That be where we go day because maybe we go beat Egypt. But that just be initial gra. We go meet Mozambique. Either they go score we or we go draw. Then we for bring calculate. Bro, my math's no good. And not every day I for bring a calculator, they calculate things, who they chop third for here, they watch matches.
I've told you how this thing is gonna end, man. I told you. We win the next game, unsurprisingly. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, gonna be Egypt. Then we're gonna lose or draw the final game. Then the calculators have to come out where you are like, bro. So right now, who for lose what, make we see what before what's gonna happen.
But, actually, looking at the current format of the tournament, if we beat Egypt and we draw with Mozambique, it's like a 90% chance that we'll qualify because now it's a 24-team tournament. So
See, listen to the words you're saying. If we beat Egypt and draw Mozambique, listen to the country you call Mozambique.
Mozambique.
Playing against Cape Verde. There's even a chance that if we just win one of our remaining 2 games, we can still qualify because if we are one of the is it the 6 best third place teams? Yeah, like for example, the last Afcon, in the end, we only needed a draw in the final game to qualify
against Comoros.
Against Comoros, and we lost. So like, it's easier to qualify from the group now, basically. But you continue.
The fact that we have no Vim that will qualify, first of all, is a problem. Secondly, the fact that we've won one match in our last 10 Afcon games is a big red flag. One match. Ghana Black Stars, one match in 10 Afcon matches.
I want to ask a serious question. How many of those has Andre played? Of those last 10 games?
We're questioning the base. No, Captain Fantastic. They say you play how much matches.
Ever present.
Present. He's never injured.
It was just the Comoros game that
he got a red
card. Yeah.
So he played that.
He played that game and got a red card. He got sent off. So it's like 80% of the reason why we lost that game. So
I have an issue with people insulting players. Football is hard. Football is hard. So don't insult people in their profession. But you're allowed to criticize.
If some engineer you're allowed to give bridge, they make sense. It is part. They diss them every day.
True. And that's why you're allowed to criticize. he is at a point in his career where maybe, I don't know whether he feels as though he can push further, he can give more or whatnot, but I feel as though he's at a point in his career where maybe we need to start looking at player coaching roles into now going into full coaching roles or full cheerleading roles or like there are different things he can do for the Black Stars. He's a good clapper. He's a good it motivates. You know, I feel as though but playing the football,
player psychologist. The way
but playing the football and
head jama
maybe
guy.
We should leave it for the people that are more up to pace. He's done fantastically for Ghana. Don't get me wrong. His brothers joyous times that we didn't even think, like equalizes that Charlie. You are losing the hair that he doesn't have. But at a current point in time, maybe we need to start looking at younger options. Maybe he should have been retired 2 years ago. Is he playing active football right now?
Yeah, for Le Havre. You know Le Havre?
And in was it his first game for them? He got a red card, straight red.
Oh, bro, he got a red card after 3 minutes, bro. I don't have to. I don't want to say some things, but you know,
bro, that red card was purely because he had no pace.
I'm coming. The Le Havre deal, it sounds like. Have you seen those guys where they try make up for Football Inside, where they see some team for Europe sign them way right now that they said money take do visa because then give them.
Why they move?
No, it sounds like them beginner deals. Like low key, it sounds like meaning that you're reaching. It's going this way.
Why isn't he going to like? I don't know.
And I feel as though he's doing himself a disservice. Like you're doing yourself more harm. Your legacy more harm. Every time you play for the Black Stars, he'd be insulted the rain on you. Then your family.
His biggest disservice was leaving Qatar. You should have just stayed there.
You were in the perfect retirement league.
We were playing
but Qatar, he left there because of what? You know, we see the contract finish with, they not renew him.
He no finish. He not terminate the contract. Left say the goal nothing. Bro,
I swear that he was a free agent.
He didn't have a club for a while after he left Qatar. And then
he was a free agent.
But
why did he leave
Nottingham came for him?
Yeah, why did he leave agent? They don't renew. You know me say that man said they don't renew the thing. You have to
somebody then they can do one of the phases of the World Cup this thing.
But the World Cup, we will finish. The sports watching, we watch finish. If he did or not, he moved on in his career.
But here's the thing. First of all, I don't know why. Maybe Corey has a lot of respect for him, so that's why he try be diplomatic.
Because bro, he should have been retired 2 years ago.
Exactly.
No, Smiley. I'll tell you the honest truth. Right now, we are not just voices. You know, right now, face come inside. It will see for something. You be that guy. So you know, and also, it's just being respectful in the sports. Like I'm not gonna insult him and things like that. Yeah. No, it's all bants to a large extent. But I do feel as though he's doing himself a disservice at this point and doing Ghana a disservice because we don't get the dollar shall be 12-1. There are bonuses and things. It's not cheap, bro.
He doesn't even need that money.
He doesn't even need the money, bro.
You see, I like the fact that you're trying to be respectful and everything, and that's the issue I have with players like him because you've done a lot for the country. And when you overstay your welcome like this, suddenly people start to forget the good things.
Young boys started this you then.
You're a villain. You live long enough to become a villain.
Exactly. Because like if you leave when the applause is still the loudest, you still have your reputation intact. Everybody thinks about you. They remember that.
Jan, even with the World Cup debacle, you still think of him in good.
Even he said he tried to do Takashi, and he also tried to overstay his welcome. But I just say they're not seeing himself like that.
We are all not talking about that.
Him right now, if I can't, you are the guy that you bowl like a penalty do against Uruguay. Right now, he make problem.
Bro.
You see, Jan, for some reason, I think it was easier to move him on than it is to move the DIU on. I don't know what the politics is behind the scenes or whatever. Because Jan
refuses to take up general captain role. Jan take general captain. We then give Juan captain to Juan.
You know, the thing is, because Jan too was holding a lot of bitterness and also determined to come back to the team even after they had phased him out. You remember before the World Cup, he started doing some intense training with the idea that
The little hip hops on the Yoruba teacher. He's doing the ropes.
He do some running and things. Yeah, like he was actually trying to get himself fit. And this was after his
Everybody was scared. Everybody was scared about
people
that.
Worried,
We thought they would be stupid enough to call him up.
And this was shortly after his stint with Legon Cities, where he couldn't even play 30 minutes. His whole time there, he wasn't able to play. I don't think he even played 45 minutes or something over there. Like it was very,
tough.
very
it was tough for him there.
And it's a trend I've noticed with Ghanaian footballers in general. They never know how to
when their blood is loudest.
Yeah. In fact, if you think about it, Ghanaian footballers, you don't even retire. You just go see then he did East Legon, they play ball for East Legon area packets, but they never actually announced that they've retired. Sule Muntari has announced that he's retired. No.
You never know when a call-up will come up.
Essien never announced that he was retired.
Essien, he only just picked mine.
After the knees all shatter. After the knees all shatter,
that's the thing. You just say he did do something different. He never actually announced, this is the end for me. And you deprive yourself of the opportunity to get all the tributes and for people to properly acknowledge what you did. Because it's like you just the leg on the
periphery of football.
On the periphery, just hoping to get another opportunity. I don't know why it's so hard for Ghanaian footballers to just admit that, my time catch.
My legs are gone. Let me have to go.
If you they make money that you never made before, and they told you that the money they count, like you're running towards the end, but you can decide to leave now, but there's some change, you go let some change fall back, bro. Where see you know go play ball again. And look, some of these footballers, I know some of them haven't invested well. Somebody who has invested tremendously well, where they admire
Muntari.
No, Kufuor.
Sami Kufuor, yeah.
Tuga, bro.
And that also because he's managed to build his post-football career in terms of like punditry and stuff. Like he set himself up well.
And his punditry, don't forget, say he still did a Black Stars management committee.
Exco or whatever.
I forget $100,000.
You see, he's whatever you might make of him, he's put himself in a position where Charlie. He's making his bank even after football. So him I have to respect because Charlie, he invested in the right places. All the other footballers, then they are coming to chop their money small until death. So it's their plan. And some of them have made enough.
But Corey, sorry. But some of the money they make, bro, and I'm just localizing it because they are Ghanaians at the end of the day. But if you take someone like Steven Appiah or someone like Muntari, the money those guys have made, bro, some Ghanaians are never touching that kind of money.
Oh, ever. Of course. Don't get me wrong.
At the end of the day, most of them are set for life. I'm not saying that should be a cue for financial irresponsibility. I'm just saying.
Even when you say they are set for life, I don't think so. I'm just saying they are set for life the taste have also changed too. Like Party right now, he gets Shorty plus, he get Kiki plus Y woman. If he retires, he's on 200 plus K a week in Arsenal. Getting over 1 mil a month. Let's say after taxes, you could take some 500K. Mm-hmm. But here you are playing throughout the season. You're still actively playing.
You are getting 500K every month net.
Every month.
That's you have so much.
Bro, Lamborghini inside mirror not be the same as a Toyota Corolla inside mirror.
Inside mirror. Or the one that they stole, the one being a Honda Accord.
If they tell you, say, right now, your Lambo injectors all sport, but then for fly the cargo, Melango, Sotaman and things, you know go back. But these lifestyles have changed. I don't know whether the Ghana boys, they come back because, if you change the exchange rates, you still they ball throughout your whole lifetime.
I think that's why.
Whether you come back to Africa. But if you get like white woman like this way one day up, it means that you're financing that life for outside. So
just buy
buy
two, three
I don't think the money, like what Tuga has done, what Sami Kufuor has done in terms of even after football, super sports, do you know what super sports they pay that's sitting up. He told us before in the barber shop, but I don't really believe. He says about I can't remember what it was, $5,000 or $25,000, but it was one of them.
Bro, like even if it's $5,000 per
I can't remember what it was, $5,000, but they fly you out. your hotel, they take care of it. You're going up and coming and you're this, like they take care of you. So like this guy, even though he's made money, he's built properties all over the place, getting rent. Still, the guy that gets some income, they come in. So you go feel they chop that one, they do movements.
But truth to be said, we don't know what the other guys to do because it's like they see he's still the Northern where
it's be different too.
Right now he's in Denmark. So we don't know what he's going to do. I know that
also doing coaching stuff after.
I know Pati owns a villa in Spain. So what first? But maybe just come back to the football because
Airbnb or what?
Me, I know we are going a bit off tangents, but let me but like as in, I just want to add, like I think maybe it might be a thing with African footballers, like what Corey was talking about, how the lifestyle has changed. I think compared to maybe European footballers, African footballers, they go more, they become more extravagant when they make money than their European counterparts. Like African footballers are the ones who get a whole entourage when they are walking around and trying to be very lavish. And let me use the example of Adebayo. I was in Central University. So you know Central University is on the road that can take you to Togo.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and my hostel was right by the roadside. So like, if I stand on my balcony, I can see the road. Let me, Adebayo, you know, he lives in Accra. He lives at Trasacco. But he also goes to Togo a lot. You know, when he's going to Togo, all the cars he has in Accra, he goes with all of them to Togo.
They lie.
And when he's come, anybody who was in.
$20 cars, right?
It's just
really all of them to go. All of them to come back.
So let's just go back on track. My thoughts on Dede Ayew is very like what Corey said. Like he should have been phased out 2 years ago. Like his time has passed. And for me, I think because of how much Ghanaians are fed up with him, it trickles over to Jordan. Because I know a lot of people don't like Jordan. Jordan is also not my favorite player in the team. I would prefer it if he wasn't starting, but I understand why he starts
games.
He's
a Crystal Palace starter.
As a Crystal Palace player. Like, I can't think of any Ghanaian attacker who has been more consistent in the Premier League than Jordan in terms of getting consistent game time as a starter. I can't even think of any Ghanaian player.
If he's fit, he starts.
I would have to check to see who the Ghanaian player with the most appearances in the Premier League is. But I'm very sure that Jordan is approaching that record, whatever it is. I don't know how many games ACM played for Chelsea, but I'm guessing he might be the record holder. And Jordan is probably approaching that record. So for that alone, I can't make an objective argument for why he shouldn't be in the team at all. Like, at the very least.
I can make an objective argument. Bro, if we are playing an attacking game, we don't need somebody that's going to just...
No, like in the squad. I'm not saying in the starting
level. Okay, well, in the squad, at the very least.
In the squad.
In the squad.
Because, you know, some people are saying they should be dropped. The Ayus should be dropped. We should...
Yesterday, they watched the thing. I talked the thing where I say somebody to Twitter. This guy was more interested in getting fouled than progressing the ball up the pitch. And I'm like...
I said something like that.
Bro, what are you doing? He will get the ball for some area... Just who farm or something. No. Me, I for think I'm cool. I for they do this. Some of the fouls he didn't get. Now we are under pressure for no reason.
But he didn't get because that ref was also sus. I'm just saying. But
I don't want to talk about. You see, I don't want to talk about the ref because if you talk about the ref, then you are almost.
Do you know what it made me realize yesterday? everywhere, nowhere cool, man.
Nowhere cool.
Like
So
whether
I'm-
it's the Premier League, it's like it's like the technology is making it worse. I don't understand what it is. It's almost as if the technology, when they see the thing, whether it's in stills or in slow motion, they're just like you heard the referee yesterday saying that this guy was not like the keeper should have seen the ball. All of a sudden you've come ping, yes, go disallow. I'm like, brother, you were just talking about how
Then
the
there were
guy
like
should have
2 or
seen.
3 penalties to take.
Oh man!
But you see, I feel like talking about the referee validates the performance of the Black Stars, but it doesn't.
Sorry.
That's the
You
point.
go back to what you're saying. Progressing
see,
the ball, yes.
Those people, see, I'm just watching the game and I'm like, what's the meaning of this? For like the first 15 minutes, I can't remember them. I think they scored in the 17th minute. But for like the first 15 minutes, they had 4 shots, 2 on targets. We had 0. Meanwhile, in the first like 40 seconds, if we attack first, the one way, what be name? Ashimeo go away, he take the ball, give, it be like paints away, then clear the ball. So I was like, okay, maybe on course to do something great. Nah. From there, we just surrendered the ball and decided to pack ourselves in the defense.
What formation did we start with?
Yesterday,
4-2-3-1.
like he played 4-2-3-1. He didn't play
Pencil.
He didn't play 2 defensive midfielders. So then, what are they talking through? He won.
So wait. So no, I'm trying to figure out what position Ayew came to play.
He's playing number 10.
So Andre, he came to play 10.
He replaced the half-court guy, Connex Joffa.
Connex one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He took off Pencil and he took off
Semenyo. And he took off
two pacey first teamers in their respective clubs and leagues.
And he took them off when they were building momentum and creating, connecting to make
chance. The 61st minute that he took them off.
I remember because
60
it was 30 minutes
to
the end of the 62nd minute. 30 minutes.
So we scored in the 56th minute and then he took them off in the 62nd minute. That is what, 6 minutes? When these people are building momentum, he took off
right before he took them off. Semenyo had created what they call that. That
he had created a separation.
And then crossed the ball across the face.
Across to Joseph Pinto.
And it was very good defensive movement by the defender too. If not, it would have been 2-1. So it made no sense. At least he should have kept one of them on. Andre Ayew didn't need to play. Jordan Ayew didn't need to play 80-something minutes. It was pointless. At the point where he took Jordan off, we had lost and we were now chasing the game. When you do that, you are bringing in younger players.
And he took Jordan off. So if we had left Jordan on, Pencil on, Semenyo on, and then brought in Noama, who's also pacey.
Yeah, and move Jordan to even number 10, cry.
And then even move Jordan, because Jordan is good in hold-up play. Very good.
So let's just say we move him to the 10.
Number 10 or even as a supporting striker further.
Yeah, or supporting striker, deep line forward. So many positions
because Jordan has led the line for Black Stars before anyway.
Exactly.
I think personally, I think that Afcon where he led the line for us was probably the best football I've seen Jordan play for us. I think this was Afcon 2019 or 2017 thereabouts. But he was looking like a very, very complete forward in that particular Afcon. He was holding up the ball well. He was creating chances for others. Like I thought something had clicked for him and he was going to take off. And then
I don't know whether Hughton is trying to copy what this guy does. Hodgson at Palace. I don't know whether he's trying to copy that role for Andre as the Black Stars without the players around him.
Can only work if you have the equivalent of Eberechi Eze and Olise, who will just
I forgot about those two
will
monsters.
Just be amazing. You don't have those. I mean, I'm not saying we don't have players better or close to those kind of players, but they've not played together enough. Like there was no need for Andre Ayew to play.
Also, when our Rasta scored, then disallowed the goal.
One Rasta guy scored beautiful goal, neat.
Like how they can't attack Kawawa.
Actually,
bro, that theory they hold up because Gideon Mensah did it like 73rd minute. Then Gideon Mensah the pants.
No,
instead of saying you go train and get time and they give to the shisha for them.
I've also seen. There's another thing. I've seen people blame the goalkeeper for their goal. Both their first and second goal.
The dynamics. The first goal. It was it was just poor goalkeeping.
Palmed into danger.
Palmed it into the path of the oncoming.
He said in an interview that his unfortunately his players went there to clear it.
You see, here's the thing. It's hard for me to blame the keeper because I already have very low expectations for our keeper or for our keepers in general because I don't think any of our keepers are like reliable. So like my expectations for them are low. So I expect the defense to do more to protect the keeper. I don't think yesterday they gave him much protection with the exception of Jiku. But besides that, they were cutting through the defense way too easily. The second goal was looking like a high school game. The second goal they scored, it looked like a high school game. Like,
thank you. And who was at fault?
Are we going there?
Right?
I'm ready to go there.
So then I have to ask. Wait, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Salisu, yeah. How many games has he played for Monaco this season? 6.
Few, because he got injured. Went on a long-term injury.
He just came back from injury just in time for this tournament.
But problem is, so did Jikudo. So did Jikudo. Jiku was also injured.
You spoiled my agenda.
They both came back from injury in and around the same time, right?
How many minutes?
This is what you get. Hey, bro, I'm not listening. This is what you get when you beg somebody to play for you. Because people, they beg the guy. This is what we are getting.
I have to be very honest. I have also seen better defenders
I can count the number of games I've watched
in Accra.
I'm not saying he's a bad defender.
Questions say that it be agents where they help people where they succeed or what? Because
I don't want to talk anything. All I know is say I can count the number of games I've seen Salisu play that I personally have been impressed in the Black Stars. Every time he plays,
I don't think he's a bad defender.
Every time he plays with Jiku, their skin color is telling me night and day, bro. It be simple. Every time he plays with Jiku, every time he plays with Amati, he's better than Amati. But that's also because Amati is just old and just silly and has like 40 bozo moments in him. Do you understand?
Like,
so for me, it's
footballers shouldn't be upset when you're criticized. You're playing a very, very difficult game, but there are people in your game that are playing at the highest, and you're right now playing at the highest levels. Like the Afcon is the highest of levels.
This is Afcon. This is the highest level of African football.
Yeah, and the same as the Euros. In equivalency, if you understand what I mean, is the same thing. But at this level, we expect a certain standard. Like
simple as
the people that select you, we expect you're playing for Monaco, meaning say you know ball play, and taxes.
They paid money to buy you from.
They paid money to buy millions to buy you. It wasn't just
they pay
change.
you every month too.
And they pay. So we expect a certain level of standard. It's like when they put on the Ghana shit. Sometimes it's like
and then my bank by me it's like bank by me up.
Your barest minimum is okay because it's African football and that's the standard. I feel like that's the mentality that they project to the rest of us. Like, if I put on my barest minimum, it should be okay. But I watched Salah play. Salah, I don't know whether because it's just Salah that's good, and so his lower level is still just better than general African football or what.
Yeah,
but
it is.
Yesterday, his chaos factor was still there.
Yeah,
he was still causing problems. Money assist today, like those boys when they put on this Charlie.
Osimhen scored yesterday. It is at the end of the day. Look, at the end of the day, there is a basic level of expectation that you, the player, must have when you wear your national team jersey. I always contend that it is far more important when you wear a national team jersey to perform than it is to perform for your club side. Because
Kudus said that.
If you do some bang by me this week, next week you go get a chance to play again, then redeem yourself. This one way they can't fool for Afcon 3 matches. If we come out, unless another 2 years or something qualifies, by that time then we will be ball you. We don't want to see you.
Kudus is injured there.
But speaking of Kudus, let's try and balance it out. Do you think, to some extent, the Black Stars were missing the likes of Kudus and Thomas Partey? At least given the fact that they are our best players,
things might have missed your best players.
Yes,
we were missing them yesterday. If Kudus did,
he
would have brought a bit more assuredness in the because we would progress the ball up, and then at the final third we would just like the final pass will just let us down.
It
Or the
always
shot.
looked exactly. It always looked as if that final pass lacked any sort of quality. Yeah, just like, bro, if you're in the league, I don't know whether in the Premier League they'll still do that crap cutback, but the quality of the striker is so good that it's overcompensates for the quality of the cutback. But this one, maybe it's wingers that are finishing it instead of strikers or quality midfielders or what. But Partey being there is a progressive passer. He can move the ball forward. He's an octopus. He'll win you back the ball. He'll bully the midfielders in. But Partey doesn't do too well in African football because everybody is as big as he is. But
and not just that, but also because people them are like they are as big and they are as mad as he is.
Buga, crazy.
Exactly. If
Kudus,
they can't do somebody say if they try to inverted wing back, right back for African football, you could go house plus inverted scoreline. Then go score you like 80. Be here they can't set pattern of play then this just go with one. Then
if Kudus was there yesterday, I don't think Andre comes on.
No, he doesn't. Of course he doesn't.
And even if he comes on, 80th minutes for that last minute.
We can't say that for a fact because this coach he will be banned by me.
Also, I think Andre coming on, it was more like a political. Should I say political? I don't know whether political is the right word because I feel like they were bringing him on also because of that Afcon record that they want him to hold. That he's played in the most.
Spoke about it for approximately 2.5 seconds, and that was it.
And if you won't give somebody something, so you would have waited 89 minutes and bring him on or something.
Yeah,
when the scoreline doesn't
met the criteria anyway. But so it doesn't make any sense. Chris Hughton's substitutions yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, he killed our momentum yesterday, and it is very unfortunate that such an experienced manager is the one that killed the momentum of the team. Like the team were playing well, we were beginning to create chances, beginning to click. Where like our foot was on the pedal, because the Cape Verde players are faster than the Black Stars players. The Black Stars players by like 70th or 80th minute, you could tell they were very tired. Some of them were huffing and puffing. Gideon Mensah, they know the people too. Then we collectively for Ghana with the breathe.
They say the Polo Club they smoke shisha before the squad leave for Africa
because it's a big deal. Like he couldn't like from like the 76th, 77th minute. All of a sudden he can't if he bombs forward, 2 actions will take place before he's back defensively. He was getting beaten over and over and over again. Even Professor Kra, if Professor go Kra now, if them beat Professor, if he recovers more than just try again, then try again, then try again. You know what I mean? Oh no, it was bad. And he had a really bad game yesterday. I think Ashimero played well yesterday. I don't understand why they played Baba Idrisu instead of Salis.
That was also a very strange.
It was a very odd choice to go with, but yeah. Koningsdorfer didn't deserve to be thrown into that game. I think he should have come in as a sub.
Honestly, I think they were unfair to him because for somebody who you've never actually shown any like trust in him.
Yeah, first played him in the Namibian game and that's it.
First game of Afcon, they threw him in there.
He's a winger and you're asking him to play in a 10 position. I mean, I don't like making these kind of excuses for players, but in this regard, I have to make an excuse for the young lad because he didn't deserve to be thrown in like that. This is his first Afcon. At the very least, let him touch bench. 80th minute, 89th minute, take a can make it can run around. Make we see what he go for do.
So in that respect, do you think there's some truth in what Jordan Ayew was saying when he said the result was as a result of inexperience in the team?
No, I don't. I don't because if you look at some of the younger players that have played in other teams, like Senegal, the guy who scored 2 goals for Senegal is 20 or 21.
I think the experience thing is complete trash, man.
It's overrated. At the end of the day,
it's overrated.
You, the experienced players, have to show a level of clarity. You have to show a level of leadership, a level of maturity, a level that is worthy of your experience. So if you don't do well, and the experienced player, it's because we have such an inexperienced team. Are you not shy?
And
are you not shy to be saying that?
I have to mention something as well. I don't think national teams, or I know at least national teams, are not coached the same way as club teams. You
Definitely.
don't have the time to do imprint any specific way of play. Obviously, like Spain has a way they play in Spain in general, that they like to bring that Barca-like football to Spain because of the coaches they've had and things like that. But you have very short period of time to implement whatever idea. Normally, be straight tactics. The one who
and also, let me just say, for Spain, for example, they have the advantage of their players already playing a similar style for their club sides.
Exactly.
So when
because
they come
majority
back,
of the boys are from
but for Ghana, Africa, you have players in Qatar, players in Azerbaijan, players in England Division One.
Isn't that because if your team was good, if your
Mm.
league was good, if your players were as, I don't want to say as talented, because talent is there, but if your players were that good, they'd also be playing at the highest level. Like, we have two, I can't remember if there's more, but we have only two Black Stars players in the, three, sorry, Thomas Partey. 3 Black Star players in the English Premier League. Then we have Nyama in League.
But see, I think all these arguments, they matter, because all the other Senegal, them are players, not be all of them then they play for France, or not be all of them then they play for Spain. Some of them they play for this, some China, some them all together. Everybody get the same problem.
The people then they start them all they play for proper teams. With them are coach. You see, as for the Black Stars issue, there are so many layers to it. One, the consistency of coaching. Of coaching.
But that's what I'm saying. My point on coaching is that because you don't have time to implement any style of play, there's nothing like I don't believe in that inexperienced thing. Like, you're coming to play a tournament. The best player, Alvarez, was inexperienced in the World Cup. He go bang for their win World Cup. Like, if you know how to play, you know how to play. There's no experience that teaches you that don't go past the player.
Didn't Mbappe take France to a World Cup final at age 19?
If you know ball play, you know ball play.
If you not play, you know play. And the truth of the matter is that yesterday, our experienced players were the ones who let us down. That's the fact.
Most of the time.
And where you come inside, they can't do what do they call that thing?
Even roulette. Even watch club football. When teams lose and things, watch the players that have let down their team. It be normally the experienced boys. The young boys, they run and tell them tire self. See, right now, Menu gets starting berth for United. He's benching McTominay, senior boys, that because for training inside the guy, he's doing what he's being asked to do, full stop. But these boys
that's the thing with young players.
Not the experience.
Young players will always do what they've been asked to do. Will their inexperience show in the execution? Absolutely, 100%. But that's where the experienced players are supposed to help them and guide them on the pitch. Yesterday, I wasn't impressed. Jordan was very bad yesterday.
Sometimes when I see inexperienced play up in football, is when maybe you should have released the ball maybe sooner. You should have tried this skill at this particular point to lose the ball or
create
maybe positional, but ball be ball. Like there's a general level that you have to know how to play before you can even get into the. Yeah, there's a general level. If you reach that general level, the rest all be additions. Is what makes you a superstar or not. But there's a general level. Right now, the boys that we get safe, the senior boys, that general level is lower than the boys that are new in the team. The new boys in the team, they kill them a body.
Me, I don't want to hear anything Jordan get talk. I don't want to hear anything with Jordan get, because yesterday he was poor, and that's the truth. The truth of the matter is he was poor for 89 minutes. The coach was poor for keeping him on for that long, and the substitutions of the coach killed our momentum as a team. And I don't know, because at the end of the day, I have not seen anything that the coach has done in this game or in previous games that gives me any vim. Even Takashi Vimpere, the TikTok said we go score Egypt. There's no footballing on the ground. I've seen that. Like, okay, if we create this, bro. Our striker, both strikers had 3 touches in the box.
Inaki come on.
Inaki came on 80 something minutes. He had only 3 touches in the penalty box.
Came on 60-second though.
Yeah, it was Inaki and Dede who came on for Semenyo
and Noama.
Yeah,
And
and
Noama.
Königsdorfer.
No, Norma came later. No,
Norma came later.
No.
Yeah.
a bit later.
No.
So he made a
62nd
triple sub
minute.
at once.
He made a triple
Triple
sub.
sub.
Noama, Ayew, and Williams. Is that Ayew
Was
that
it
was the
necessary?
problem?
Joseph Pinto, Semenyo, and Königsdorfer went off. Yes.
Yeah.
Was
the,
it
the
necessary?
three of them went off.
Was it necessary?
It was.
Yeah.
So the 90th minute sub of Ayew before it.
Then we concede.
But
So
that's
you
the
want
point.
to-
So it'll be Intoms. Okay.
Them things.
Bukari,
Okay.
like, what does Bukari have to do? Like, this is a game Bukari should have started.
Yeah.
This is a game Bukari.
Because
So
he's actually he's been one of our most reliable players every time he's been given a chance, but he's not been given a lot of chances. So
Have you paid the appearance fee? No.
he doesn't have money. He plays in Serbia. And where did they go take that appearance?
Where did they go to take that money from? Just to make an appearance for his nation. Yes, we are talking to you, GFA.
Wait, so let me ask, are there any positives? Like if you search deep down, you scrape the bottom of the
Two
pot,
positives.
find the council for positives.
Oh, you know, be council, but it be, you know, the rice we did just before the council. That be or the rice we fuse plus the council.
That smoky one, no.
Yeah.
I don't know why they talk about us, no.
Good. One, I mean, it's not like we didn't know, but Jiku was very, very good yesterday.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. He didn't deserve to leave with 0 points. He
I
gave
swear there was
everything.
more than one last ditch tackle.
Bro, like 4.
Oh yeah, it was a lot.
Like 4. He bailed out Salisu so many times. Myself at day here, then at the talks, Salisu a yeah, not gang.
It's okay.
But he bailed him up. And the second positive is that he didn't play 2 DMs.
I mean, he didn't play 2
Yeah,
DMs, but
we're waiting for that.
was in a more reserved role.
No, but he still progressed the ball. Actually, progressive carries, then he gets 0.
Yeah, like
Never mind.
like he's not a typical DM, but like he played in the role of a typical DM. Like he wasn't too adventurous in his play. So like he didn't really move away from his fundamentals.
The fact that both Ashimeru and what be the guy name? Pencil touch pitch. Even the positive. Even the positive.
I mean, since you are talking about Pinto, I think that's also one of the positives because I think he was very good in the game.
Like, he's a big fan. He's a big player in our podcast. Yeah.
For those who have been listening to the podcast over 2 years, you know that Joseph Pinto has been on our podcast before. Even though that episode, we happen to have like the worst audio we've ever had. So
I just hope taking
so yes, we are biased. No. I won't make it. So we are biased.
Oh yeah, the bias.
We are biased, but he was still one of our best players on the pitch.
So Joseph Pinto podcast.
Yeah, we are
even if we are biased, everybody will get eyes. See, say yes, see my boy play.
The boy they play.
Get some penalty. That referee, if I catch him, that in head for Uganda. If I catch him, I would knock him.
Yeah. But yeah, Joseph Pinto Jiku.
Pencil Jiku, and maybe the placenta them will take do Kudus in knees, the ankles, no. He go be the positive.
He go be the other positive challenge.
So from me, the sources I have, from what I've heard, apparently he might not be fit until the final game of the group stage, because from
this
what
one, it be
I
deep
heard,
throat sources or it be
from
shallow throat.
I don't know whether I can mention the source, so I'm not going to mention the source.
No, we're going to mention the source.
But from what we were told, apparently, I don't know whether you guys saw that when he arrived in Ghana, he was accompanied by some West Ham staff.
Yeah.
Apparently, the West Ham staff came with, I don't know whether it be doctor's reports or something, that Kudus is not fit to play for the next 3 weeks. Where they say, nah, then they lie. You go play. So I think they were trying to get him withdrawn from the squad. Which, I don't know, I know they trust those people because right before the tournament started, they were trying to get him to play
the Brighton game.
Yeah, they were trying to get him to play the Brighton game.
They say he's pinching hamstring in order to play all of a sudden in 3 weeks.
So yeah, like But the fact that he missed the first game tells me that there's some truth in it, but maybe they're exaggerating the extent to which he's injured. But that's what I heard, that apparently they didn't want him to play for the next 3 weeks. So they're trying to get him to withdraw from the squad. And they then say, nah, no way, you go follow me. And kudos to, luckily for us, he's one of the more passionate Ghanaian players. So like he don't be them players where he just they search excuse, pull out.
Is he the most loved right now? No, isn't he the most loved amongst all the Ghanaian players?
He's the most loved player.
But
so,
I have a question though. I have a question for you. Do you think the physios following players to countries now is a sign of mistrust in their ability to take care of the players?
Answer your question with a question. Let me answer your question.
Or if you see,
if a Spanish player goes to national team, do clubs send a along? It be racism. That be my answer. I get it be racism. It be racism because
is it that they trust that the Spanish doctors know what they are talking about? Because I'll be very honest with you.
So what's that? Well, the doctors don't know what they talk about.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. When Jesus had to go back to Brazil, right? They said Arsenal said the guy is not fit. They said, no, Yawa, we hear you. You make it count. We go check. We'll check ourselves. He went. They checked. They said, oh, if you cool, if you go fit play. Wait, true. The guy played 290s. I think he played a 90, a 60, and a 90. So true. Now that's not the lie. Yeah, that's what I mean. So
exactly. It be racist. They know they do this thing for the other countries. It be the ones that they consider you be small country. Like how?
No, but
if Adekam. If West Ham had a Belgian or a Spanish or a German player going to play, would they try to pull the crap they try to pull with us with regards to Kudus?
So if you say racism, then they don't respect the country.
It be racism where they know they respect you Atachi. Like look at what Man United and Onana.
And for context, this is the second time it's happening because Thomas Partey is regularly accompanied to Black Stars duty by Arsenal physios.
Now, I have another question that is it that the managers are not listening to the recommendations of the players, or are not listening to the players, or are over listening to the players who always want to play by the way? But is it that these physios, I'm coming. Is it that these physios are coming there where they're like, this guy is only fit to play 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, he has to come off. Are they supposed to listen to these physios? Are they just that after the game, you go massage your legs, they make sure you do the right type of physio?
Arsenal physio no fit tell Germany the national team doc.
That's my point. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is the point of this physio? If you say when a physiotherapy course be different,
it no be different, bro. Make I tell you, the thing it be simple. One, they don't respect African football. That's the baseline. Because how many times have we seen coaches talk about Afcon in a manner like Afcon is less than Champions League?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In club and then people. Then they talk about things like they matter. Look how many of the clubs sent people to follow their Asian players to go Asian Cup. They go on the same time.
Also not send physio plus Tomiyasu.
Meanwhile, Tomiyasu just came back from an injury.
And Son as well. No physio go plus Son.
So what? The Asian doctors then good. If we were doctors,
no. But let's be frank. The Asian doctors they slap past the Ghanaian doctors.
Sorry. They teach one doctors for the YouTube that.
If you go when they give you the acupuncture, that is not you close.
Set.
Let me play devil's advocate more. Do you think maybe to some extent we also haven't helped ourselves in certain ways by looking?
I think so.
Looking clueless. Let me give an example. When we named the Black Stars preliminary squad for the Afcon, they included Tariq Lamptey, who has been injured for about 2 months. And it became a whole issue with De Zerbi because he came to this press conference and he was very baffled, talking about how maybe Chris Houston hasn't been following the Premier League. Lamptey
I don't
hasn't been
understand,
playing,
bro.
so why would you
No.
add him? So do you
Point
think
of-
maybe it fuels that idea that we are clueless?
We don't
Because
know what
why
to
would
do.
you add a
No,
player
bro.
who, yeah,
Have you done your
If-
homework?
As
Yeah,
we
have
dey
you done
go-
your homework?
As we dey
Because-
go Euros, you watch national teams them a preliminary 50 squad or whatever. Then go release players. Then go, bro. If for instance, people go talk say every time they take Chelsea come inside, but this is what I
Jesus
know. So
Christ.
make I just use some. James go do surgery. James go do surgery. The prediction is that he'll be back March, April, right? If that be the prediction we Gareth Southgate gets, we Southgate they call him squad for the Euros in July, where he say, you know what, we may have Rhys James back. Let me name Rhys James in the squad before my final 23 or 27 man squad. I go take go and Casa. With the just that the person is included, so that if he's fit enough, he can go. I don't think it's a big deal like that. If Tariq Lamptey tell the coach say, oh, by January day, now must start a book kakra. So I go fit come the Afcon can play, or at least 15 minutes or 30 minutes just to help the country. I don't think it's wrong for Chris Hughton to call him. What would be wrong is what they did in the previous Afcon, where they knew for a fact that Wakasu was injured, his knees were gone, and they still called him. And Wakasu was doing warm up with the physio, and the physio was running faster than Wakasu. That one, they knew for a fact that he was injured and he wouldn't play, and they still called him up.
I believe that if you're going to call up players, like Smiley, if you be correct GFA or you be correct coach, you won't call up some players. You have your 50 list. This guy plays for club Midtjylland, Notchland, Brighton, Bournemouth. Okay, cool. You have every physio dispute about, or if you call the player, I want your Brighton physio, your medical department number. It's the national team. You have the right to call any club in this team if you give the right credentials. We're calling to find out about this player because this is Chris Hughton. I need to know the status of Tariq Lamptey. When is he expected to be fit, and what is his recovery period? Oh, chief, it'd be like this one there. He not going to feel good at this thing. Oh, why? He's expected to be fit. Say, okay, cool. Then you call Tariq Lamptey. This thing be true and they corroborate the thing because sometimes they can lie. And players will always be like, oh, I mean, I'm feeling okay. It's a slight twinge. And then that's when the coach will be like, okay, come and let's assess this ourselves. Because this will go show you scan from a different day, low key. I know Photoshop, you go fit edit distance. This is money. People forget that it be money. We are not playing with money.
Like Kudus is a 40 million or 30 whatever million pound investment.
I understand if it's a situation like Kudus where he's been playing consistently for how many months now, then time come for him to go to the national team, then you say you get injury. But in the case of Tariq Lamptey, who has been injured for months, for you to add him, I can understand why the Brighton coaches would think that this put in the mud or something. Because
like, do you know what state he's going to come back in?
You think that we should out, we know they play him or something?
Like, you think that we will
like.
We not like
good. But on the flip side, to ask Deserbi come first, then Tariq know they get some play even though he wasn't injured. So
true.
We don't know. You go feel be say you full real.
I mean, and also if truly he no one play him, then what reason does he have to hold him back from going to the national team? That's also another angle to it. But yeah,
true.
Let's just, since I think we are done with the Cape Verde match and looking forward to the Egypt game that will take place on Thursday. I know optimism is at its all-time lowest. I know people are not expecting much, maybe with the exception of Angelda, who I don't know what he go smoke before we start record. But
I know Ghana will beat Egypt. We will beat them 2-0.
Hey, okay, so 2-0 Vangelda.
Oh yeah,
easy. The scoreline.
Yes.
Oh, Masa. 2-1. We know if he keep clean sheet too. 2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
So we go score predicting.
The goal we go score for Mozambique, we go score for this thing. Listen, we just for not concede Mozambique. Say it's a higher calculations.
So the 12 you are predicting a win for Black Stars against Egypt.
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask.
If you lose against Egypt, you can't house.
You can't house.
Not necessarily, but
bro, you can't house. You know, The ball we see Mozambique play, the positional awareness that says, bro, jai. No.
Okay, so let me ask, what do you think needs to be done, if any, like to beat Egypt? Like, what changes do you think needs to be made?
Stop smoking
First of all,
shisha on Apollo Beach.
Shisha, but the problem is we don't have any other left back. I think he will still play anyway. I'm very sad
Your
on
Mensa
Salisu.
against Musala.
It go be raw.
Bro, a lot of
bloody.
fullbacks,
Yeah, bloody,
a lot of
bro.
fullbacks will struggle against Mosala. The thing is,
That's true.
One, he will either play, knowing this guy, he'll play double pivot, 2 defensive midfielders, so that one will help Gideon Mensah for that.
I mean, this might be one game where you understand if he plays a double pivot.
The double D, yeah.
Or if he plays Jordan on that same wing to help defensively. Fair enough. Actually, no.
I feel as though
I don't agree that you should play double. Just play Jordan.
I worry about defensive concentration lapses, man.
No, Jordan defensively.
I don't know whether Jordan can track back enough to help.
Defensive winger striker fullback.
Salah be problem. He alone go. He's enough to win the game
because
solo. Like he can win the game solo at any point in time.
You think too much. In hairline started lost.
Bro,
it's a problem
because like we talk about Salah, but Salah can change a game in a second.
In a second, one pass, one thing he's that category. That nobody sees.
Outside of the boot pass, I just saw Algeria score some very nice goal. Like bro, like these guys I don't hear the mark about. So if we say we can't fool for we go collect the car house.
We will collect like 8, but
oh no, the other hand, I think if it goes badly, I think it'll be like 3-0.
Me personally, I don't see us winning at all, because the same way you're saying that if we lose with the come house, it's similar to how Egypt too, they are feeling like a wounded lion at the moment, because they drew their first game unexpectedly. They are coming to the second game trying to appease their fans. They are trying to do something. So it's going to be very hard for us to win that game. So at best, I see us drawing the game, maybe 1-1. But I don't see us winning at all. I don't see us beating Egypt.
Because if Egypt scores more than 1, we will lose. So the best we can do is minimize Egypt to either 0 or 1 max. Because as I told you, them sign contracts say every match if you 1 goal per then go fi score. Either score 1 goal, that be all.
Don't you think the underdog nature of Ghana makes it that if when we are underdogs, that's when we perform our best?
Bro, underdog, Papa Bang. Which underdog? Bro,
if Kawawa was here, like he goes out and shouts Mato brother, hey. Boss, they go start to list the matches.
Underdog, man. You lose to Comoros, you lose to Cape Verde, you lose the bro. If you talk,
I think the Comoros loss did more to the country's image
we've lost
than we
twice
think.
To them, by the way, twice.
Yeah, the psyche, like, damaged our psyche.
It damaged everybody. Was like, bro, you're trash. Like
it told the whole Africa that we are.
And
really
the fact that
trash.
it was twice, they slapped you with the left hand, you turn around, they slapped you with the right, bro. Like,
wait, then Santu
you
boot
went
your leg
twice,
and you fall down.
Bro, and you collected twice, and this was right before the Afcon as well. So, like, it's fresh. It's fresh in everybody's mind.
World Cup.
It wasn't World Cup. It feels very fresh.
It's a big problem. It's a really big problem. I don't know. Look, if we share optimism with they make at the talk, we will win that game. Because if I look at it tactically on the board, look, we have some players that can, like Koenigsdorfer can't play that game, for instance. He has to.
I don't think he had a bad game. I just felt he was out of place. A little out of place, but
bro, the first half he was running around like a headless chicken. Like he didn't know where to be. He didn't know what to do.
Because Houston is your coach. It's hard to understand what to do.
But if you take out Koenigsdorfer, for instance, I wonder maybe who will play over
Kudus manages to recover.
I don't think he's playing.
When I told you, asked me what the positive was, I told you horse placenta. You were laughing.
I say if Kudus elephant spinal fluid.
I'm telling you, he be what they go to do the massage now.
Because we are actually very unlucky if you think about it, because we are missing Kudus already. And then Daniel Kofiche, he's also,
at least he could have played that 10 role.
He could have filled in perfectly well for Kudus, and he's also out. So, and then we also have Fatau Isaku, who decided to pull out of the tournament because he said he wanted to focus on
he can't even play the whole tournament time. Because Ghana
you wanted to focus on what now?
He wanted to focus on Leicester. From the stories we heard, apparently he has a clause in his contract, in his loan deal, where if he plays a certain minimum number of games, his loan becomes a permanent move. So he wanted
Leicester
to focus
on course to play in the
Do
Premier
you know
League
what?
next season.
Do you know what?
It's just that I think it's a lot of
I
bullshit
gotta
in
respect
that story.
that. I gotta respect it though.
I feel like this,
Bro,
because
secure
the thing
your
is,
bag.
yeah, the thing is in the championship they play like 46 games. He's played a lot of games already. Like I don't,
Maybe
unless
46.
you're saying that out of the 46 games you will play 45 games. I don't
No,
know what
maybe-
did it.
It could be 40.
The
oh.
clause
We don't
is
know.
there.
40
Maybe
or it could
they
be
didn't put
30.
number of games. They put percentage of games.
Okay, that,
If they put
okay. Usually
percentage
that's
of
what
games.
happens anyway.
If
Usually
they put
Usually
percentage of
of
games,
games,
then he
yeah.
has to stay. But right now, when
Okay.
he get a red card, I don't know where would they go from.
He's
there.
gotten a record. He's going to be out till like
Three matches.
the day. I think he'll be out till the weekend where the Afcon ends. So he might as well have come because he's going to miss the same number of games anyway. So like,
But
I
he
think
didn't know
backfire.
that he was going to get a red card. Did you?
In village people
First,
work. Wow.
first bicycle kick of the Afcon scored, by the way.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
But disallowed.
Who scored?
Algeria.
Oh, who scored?
But anyway, predictions for the tournament generally. Who do you think? I mean, you've not seen everybody play so far, but from what
I
you've
think
seen,
Senegal looks good for their money. I think Senegal
Very
really
good.
looks good for their money.
It looks solid,
Who-
man.
okay, 2 teams who get to the final.
Senegal versus Cote d'Ivoire.
Senegal versus Cote d'Ivoire.
I think Cote d'Ivoire will go
Corey.
quite far if they're able to ride the crowd, the energy from the crowd. I think they'll go far. So I'll say definitely Senegal. Senegal and oof, this is tough, man. Let's say Algeria.
Senegal and Algeria.
Did Mahrez come?
I should think so.
I'm not the
If
guy.
Mahrez
I should
came,
think so.
I don't think he came. I think there's
then
something.
Mahrez.
From
Then
me,
Algeria, sorry.
Ivory Coast in the first game, even though they won 2-0, I wasn't too impressed. I think it was mostly crowd momentum that they were riding on. I don't think they were.
Ivory Coast, they they played well, created a lot of chances, but they were in a haste. You know that in like they're in a haste to score, so they don't think
it was
clearly.
rushed.
They
Yeah.
rushed a lot of their chances. They should have won maybe by 3-4-0. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Guinea-Bissau, but Ivory Coast should have won by more than 2.
So me, I will go with Senegal and Morocco because
I have this weird feeling. The ball Morocco go play for the World Cup. That be underdog football. Here they don't be underdogs.
it'll be the
Them
same
be the
ball they
big
go
dogs.
take.
Them be the big dogs. Right now,
You see,
everybody there's especially them there for control the game then since. But let's see what they look like.
I still think that they are like a very, very. They have control in different phases of play. So that's also always one thing that I like in teams. So
I just want the record to reflect that. What be the guy, the Morocco guy in your team? What be your name?
Amrabat.
Amrabat go.
In fact, that be one of the reasons why I want them go final so that he go do this.
Nobody bat an eye. Amrabat go Afcon. Nobody talks.
Nobody.
Amrabat left for United go struggle.
Nobody even mentioned. See, you know, say come to think of it, it didn't even
Nah.
occur to me that he wasn't around for the Tottenham game. Like, you know,
Also, I want to talk about the disrespect that Onana is showing to Cameroon, or has shown to Cameroon, and even the fact that he's angry today that he was left out of the squad.
make I tell you that that's in Ibistrada guy.
Bro, when I heard that story,
Ibistrada guy they pick. The guy doesn't want to be there. So right now he come back, but he didn't die situation because if he walks out on the team, he can't make like twice you've walked out on the team. So he come back and pick fights with them. Say I was desperate to play this first game, and
I even drive
back.
You take a pick private jet come and you know make a play. So that right now, if you get beef, we then say okay, right now we sack you, okay, go. Right now it can't make like me I wanted to play, but then sack me. Then he's free to come and continue play for United.
They play for United. We don't see anything. Onana at 48, Onana at 50. We are seated. We are ready for it.
I
didn't realize it was the same coach.
The same coach where he have the beef last time for the World Cup.
Me, I've told you,
That's what I
I've
mean.
had a problem with that thing, man. Since
Honestly,
that World Cup thing, I've had a problem with that player.
I think he should have. Actually, I think immediately he indicated he broke the agreement they had. They should have at that moment asked him not to come anymore, because every time the time Cameroon did well, the time they Onana no play, So
when they won the Afcon, the goalkeeper who they won the Afcon with, he's in the Cameroon squad right now. So it's not like they are in a situation like Ghana where they are desperate
Isn't that
for
his
a
cousin?
goalkeeper. It's his cousin.
Bro, I don't know. All I know is that guy. They say
when
police.
I was watching the Cameroon man, they said that the current goalkeeper be Onana and cousin Onadu or something like that.
Onadu.
Onadu or something like that.
I know they get, but I don't know whether it's his cousin. But my whole point is that if it was a Ghana situation where we don't get any good goalkeepers at all,
like we don't get any good goalkeepers right now. You know, say Richard, these are the first minutes he's played this season, by the way. Just so
look at that.
Look at that. First minutes he's played. The goalkeeper,
Richard
Ofori. He's not playing.
How?
If you think I'm lying, just go check. Not be me.
So if it was a situation like Ghana where we are desperate for a good goalkeeper, I would understand if maybe you bend over backwards more just to get a good goalkeeper. Pause. But in the case of Cameroon, where you actually have good options, and also, historically, Cameroon are the one African country that happens to produce decent level goalkeepers, because they also had Kameni at one point. They had somebody before Onana came in. There was also one other good guy after Kameni.
Cameroon and Senegal.
Yeah, before the Afcon winning team. Like they at least managed to produce decent level goalkeepers. So they shouldn't be desperate for somebody like Onana to be just tossing them up and down. The World Cup, in any case, in the World Cup, when you worked out on them, they beat Brazil after that. So, there's no reason for you to be this desperate to have a goalkeeper like him. That's why I think it goes beyond the coach. I think if it was up to the coach, Onana wouldn't be there.
Eto, they shock fans. Man.
Eto, they do something. That'd be hard.
He pick money.
Eto should have some pride, because Eto, as a big name guy, you should be the first person to put your foot down.
I think he should have been correcting these things. Yeah.
Yeah. He should know better than anybody else. But
he's hired to work fast. He pick money.
I don't know what the situation is behind the scenes, but as the story develops, we'll come back with more information. Yeah. And hopefully we'll record again after the next Ghana game, so that we can break down that game again for you. And hopefully we'll be in a better situation by then. Because Charlie,
my prediction would have come true.
Wait, last one. Dark horses. What are your dark horses for the tournament?
Mozambique.
Hey.
Mozambique. Them be my dark horses.
You were impressed enough from that game.
They were bro, I've not seen them before. I've not watched them.
My dark horses, I won't see everybody, man. I need to. But if you see everybody, I guess then it's not really. Is it really a
no? But okay, you predict them before you go see the rest of the people. I give you my one. You go fit choose Angola.
Oh, Angola with the bang right now, safe.
Then you score them 8.
No. The dark horses. I'll give it to Cape Verde, just for shaky reasons.
Bro, it be weed and pick grag.
Because no. The reason why I'm saying that is that they have scored us one.
And they're top of the group.
They're top of the group. If they beat.
Or even draw
Mozambique. If they just get one more point, they might be good to go.
I feel as if they're good.
That's
and then they
why
go
I'm
to the
saying
next
that
round.
If
they might go and cause some trouble.
Not good enough, bro.
Upsets, man.
So me, I'll go with Mali. I don't get any.
I'm asking whether Mali were even in this tournament.
Oh, then they're inside.
Okay, Mali ever present to them.
Because Mali be another team with, and they get more.
Benin no come,
they come black like that. Plus they can't touch her.
Benin and Burkina, them two then comes on.
No Benin, but Burkina is in it. They are playing tomorrow.
Burkina, seen Burkina's name.
They are playing tomorrow against Mauritania. So. So anyway, we've come to the end of this episode.
I have one more thing to say.
Barca
fans figure we forget. Then give to them yesterday.
You know what? But they almost slipped through, man. Your team were humbled in a cup fight, dude. My team, but bro, you people are the purported kings of Spain.
Your team good, Javi be magician.
You wear your team good, bro. They were humbled.
You know what shocks me about this Barca team? Last season, the biggest strength they had in winning the title was their defense. I think they conceded less than 20 goals in the entire season in the league.
Some Marino levels.
This season, in the league, left and right, I don't know what happened.
I know
for
what
their
happened, but I
defense.
don't want to say it.
What happened?
Kunde. What?
What could they do?
This guy fool.
But did you watch the but did you watch the game yesterday?
Bro,
No,
Black
no,
Stars was playing. How can
Black
I be
Star- it was
watching
at the same
Barcelona?
time as
Black
the
Stars
Black
they playing.
Stars.
Say make I go watch
I
Barcelona.
had both of the games on, right?
All I know is
Side by side, right? Bro, Barca no sit up. Like as Lewandowski scoring, and we're just like, oh, that's a striker's goal.
2-1.
2-1. The boys are coming,
Fana.
bro.
3
And
minutes
it's like,
later, penalty.
do you know that thing we're talking about with Real Madrid, where they have that unknown factor, where out of nowhere there'll be the most perfect of balls or the most perfect of strikes. The keeper can't do anything. Dude, no penalty. No, or they give us a Katachi penalty. No.
Let me give you some weird stats with Real Madrid, right? Bro, they've played since September, they've played like proper strikers. They didn't even have goalkeepers at a point. They didn't have defense.
Looking at the injuries they've had.
Smiley, this Gerald thing they talk me low key. They feel like that Arsenal last season. Mama, you make me move on. If you then give the Intoms
tail off. Honestly,
then go tail off. Me, if you giddy. After that Arsenal team, make us see that giddy thing. No, it be behind.
And there's like I just don't see it happening. Like I hope at least they manage to go to maybe the final few weeks of the season. I hope it doesn't just fade off.
I want them to go to the last day. For it to be really dramatic, it needs to go to the last day. Else, La Liga, there's nothing else to watch.
If Girona win the league, it not be small.
Because
them die be that.
Oh, Girona win there, but the same way that they will talk say Leicester win or won a league.
But Leicester have more money than Girona.
Yeah,
Girona is owned by City Football Group. Isn't Girona owned by City?
They are owned by City, but City they are like the black sheep. They know
black sheep.
I saw this. I think I saw that apparently ever since the City Football Group bought the club, they've only spent about 20 million in transfer fees or something. Some crazy.
It is 20 million. I did hear that. I did hear that stat, but I didn't think that money would come from City. I thought that was self-generated.
Nah, City Football Group.
At least even
New York,
small,
New York City, whatever, they get more money past Girona. Then be the favorites. Then they get the money.
But yeah, this one is a proper Afcon episode, so we'll not dwell too much on other stuff. But yeah,
I just want to dissect Premier League later.
Yeah, we will dissect Premier League later.
We remember.
We've come to the end of this episode. If you haven't done this already, please follow our social media pages on Twitter, X. No, me, I don't know if you talk the X, it'll be Twitter.
Bro, we don't even talk X.
Aren't you going to point
subscribe
and like?
Subscribe.
On Twitter, it is ATW Podcast GCR. On Instagram, it is ATW Podcast GCR. On TikTok, it is.
We don't
After the Whistle.
Where you there?
The final editing will come. Let's go there. Yes, we don't go there. Yeah. So yeah, and on YouTube is very important because this is our first video YouTube
official
episode.
video.
Yeah. So please subscribe to our YouTube. It's After the Whistle Podcast. You can search using the handle at After the Whistle Podcast. Right now, YouTube get handles. If you don't know, me I tell you. And then subscribe to us.
So we they tell you.
Yeah, some people don't know. So you can subscribe to us on the different podcast platforms on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Amazon, wherever you go find podcasts, we did it.
And please leave a rating so that other
leave
people
a
can
rating.
see it.
I beg you, wherever you listen to us, leave a rating because it helps in spreading.
Comment below. I'm always going to say that. Comment below.
If you're listening on Spotify, you can also comment in Spotify. We will pick the comments.
No,
but this is for a YouTube piece, man.
Yeah, but anywhere you want to give us a comment, a rating, please do that. And then Yeah. Also, shout outs to the Gold Coast Report, their podcast network. There are plenty podcasts on the network. Sunday Fufu, Free Your Mind, Sincerely Accra, Sex
Sex
and
and
Sanity.
Sanity.
More podcasts did there. So yeah, and
Check
then
it out.
also, I don't know whether this is public news yet, but shout outs to Donald, who I don't you put, Donald has been on. Donald is actually an ex After the Whistle member.
Remember?
Mm.
In
Yeah.
addition to being part of the Gold Coast reports, like he be one of the Gold Coast reports, like gurus. But yeah,
Founders, no?
he's recently left the Gold Coast reports, so he's no longer part of the team. But he's
We didn't sack
always
him.
Shout
We
out
didn't
to
sack him.
Donald.
Shout out
Man said he has other things to do. We didn't sack him.
yeah, we sack him, but yeah,
Just
shout
let
out
the
to
record
Donald.
reflect that Donald is out there.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate because he's been
big
a
up
very
Donald, man.
he's been a very
When a boy be that,
a
it's
very
a Man United no they
valuable
help
member
him.
of
So
the
in
team.
Straight facts.
it will be Man United we do.
Boss. Make you not tell them into different agenda. But yeah, Charlie guys, thank you very, very much. Our first ever video episode, very important milestone in the history of the After the Whistle podcast.
YouTube, don't block the video.
Yeah, please. We don't put anything for inside where you go make it block them. So I beg you, make no block them. And yeah, as always, ATW dominates the conversation.